Hello, I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Jocelyn. Thanks for stopping to look at our infographic and learn a little bit about the European settlement.
As you can see, this infographic was centered around our driving question for this project. What did European settlement mean for all the people involved? The goal of this infographic is to show the changes and continuation since the time of European settlement in Canada.
We came to a conclusion that the European settlement meant an economic change for all groups involved, although the demand for certain goods has changed drastically. The demand for materials and supplies has remained constant. We divided up our supporting data into 3 groups we studied and want to share with you what the European settlement meant for them and how the demand for certain goods has changed drastically.
The first group of people who studied at the time of the settlement was the First Nations. We found that the first evidence of a treaty was given to the Dutch as a wampum belt. This shows how the agreement made between Europeans and the First Nations was mutually beneficial. The second group of people we studied at the time of the settlement was the French. We found that one of the effective ways the French found to have a bigger population was sending women to start families in New France.
The third group of people we studied at the time of the settlement was the British. We found that the British had high demand for beaver hats due to the fashion trend at the time. This led to the English investors to create Hudson's Bay, the company.
Overall, the effect of European settlement impacts how we live today. The biggest impacts is that most of the population is Caucasian due to colonization. However, one thing that is still true, Europeans and First Nations are still having to share territory in this country. I hope you can see the impact European settlement had on the people involved.